across the ring stands his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Wearing blue, trimmed in gold, he weighed in 142 3/4 pounds. Presenting King Ryan Garcia!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the colorful and dangerous WBA #1 ranked lightweight contender, introducing the undefeated Rolando, Rolly Romero.
This is a collision course between two of the wildest personalities in the sport. A fight so unpredictable, so chaotic, that nobody has any clue how it's going to end. On one side, you've got Ryan Garcia, boxing's golden boy turned villain, faster than your eyes can blink, dangerous from any distance, and walking into this fight with more pressure, more controversy, and more to prove than ever before. On the other side, Rolando Rolly Romero, boxing's certified agent of chaos, wild, unorthodox, awkward, but make no mistake, one of the most dangerous men alive when he smells blood. This isn't speed versus power. This isn't technique versus aggression. This is control versus madness, calm versus chaos, precision versus pure violence. A showdown between a fighter trying to rebuild his reputation and a fighter who's never cared about reputation at all. Ryan Garcia needs this win. Rolly Romero lives for this kind of war, and the scariest part, both of these guys have the exact weapon to destroy the other. Somebody's getting knocked out, somebody's getting humbled, and somebody's entire career might fall apart right in front of our eyes. But the real question is, when that bell rings, who survives the madness? Make no mistake, this fight didn't just appear out of nowhere. This is personal. This is years in the making. And the bad blood between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, it's not just real, it's boiling over. See, this all started long before press conferences. Fast forward to 2025, and it's finally happening on the biggest stage possible. Ryan Garcia, a fighter once crowned the future of boxing, is now walking into this fight not just to win, but to redeem his entire career. Let's not sugarcoat it. Garcia's image took a beating after testing positive for PEDs following his war with Devin Haney. The memes, the critics, the doubters, he's heard it all. And now, with the world watching, with $20 million on the line, in the bright lights of New York City's Barclays Center, Ryan Garcia isn't just fighting Rolly Romero. He's fighting for his legacy. But standing in front of him is maybe the last person you want to deal with when your back's against the wall. Rolando Rolly Romero. Because Rolly isn't just dangerous because of his power. He's dangerous because he thrives in chaos. He lives to get under your skin. He doesn't care about your speed. He doesn't care about your skills. Rolly is the type of fighter who will laugh in your face, taunt you mid-fight, and throw punches from angles that make zero sense until one of them knocks you out cold. And the mind games? Oh, they've already begun. Rolly's been calling Ryan soft for years, questioning his heart, mocking his losses, even publicly saying, Ryan Garcia is the easiest fight of my career. That's the kind of disrespect that either breaks a fighter or brings out a monster. But this isn't just about trash talk. This is about two fighters with everything to lose and everything to gain. Ryan Garcia wants revenge. Rolly Romero wants chaos. And both of them are walking into a fight where one clean punch could shatter careers, crush egos, and send shockwaves through the boxing world. This isn't just a grudge match. This is a full-blown street fight with boxing gloves on. And the scariest part, neither of them is backing down. Ryan Garcia was never supposed to be this guy. He was supposed to be boxing's golden boy, the clean-cut superstar, the Instagram heartthrob with a left hook sent from heaven, the next crossover king ready to take over not just boxing, but the entire world. But life and boxing have a cruel way of humbling you, because somewhere between the million-dollar brand deals and the viral knockouts, Ryan Garcia's story got messy. And now, he's no longer fighting just for glory. He's fighting with a chip on his shoulder the size of California. Let's break down what makes Ryan Garcia so dangerous and so vulnerable. Ryan Garcia's most terrifying gift? Speed. Ridiculous fight-ending speed. His left hook isn't just fast, it's surgical. It comes out of nowhere, with perfect timing and freakish accuracy. Ask anyone who's been in the ring with him, and blink for half a second, and you might wake up staring at the ceiling. That's how he iced guys like Javier Fortuna, and how he sent Luke Campbell to the canvas with one of the most brutal body shots in recent memory. Ryan controls distance like a sniper. He leans back just enough to avoid danger, then fires counters like lightning striking the same spot twice. But here's where things get interesting. It's because for all that speed, Ryan Garcia is not invincible. His biggest weakness? Discipline, patience, control. We've seen it before. Against Luke Campbell, dropped hard by a looping left hand against Gervonta Davis, baited into an exchange he had no business being in, and finished with a perfectly placed body shot. And against Devin Haney, even in a fight where Ryan dropped Haney multiple times, his stamina, focus, and defense fell apart the longer the fight went. Let's not forget, that fight was ruled a no contest after Ryan tested positive for PEDs, and that only added fuel to the critics. Some say Ryan's defense is leaky, others say his chin is suspect. But the real question is, can Ryan stay disciplined against a fighter like Rolly Romero, a fighter who wants you to lose control? Because when Ryan Garcia stays patient, when he picks his shots and uses that blinding speed with precision, he looks untouchable. He looks like a future world champion. But when Ryan gets emotional, when he gets reckless, that's when the danger creeps in. Because speed can kill, but it can also walk you straight into disaster. And standing across from him is a man who thrives in disaster. When it comes to the tail of the tape, here's how this war shapes up. Hand speed, clear advantage, Ryan Garcia. Power, no doubt, Rolly Romero. Defense, Ryan's sharper, cleaner, tighter. Ring IQ, Ryan has the edge. Chin and toughness, that's Rolly all day. Mind games, no one plays dirty better than Rolly Romero. But the real questions that will decide this fight. Can Ryan stay disciplined, or will Rolly drag him into chaos? Can Rolly land that one fight-changing bomb early? Is Rolly's awkward style a real danger, or is it tailor-made for Ryan's speed? And does Ryan's recent drama, distractions, and inactivity come back to haunt him on fight night? These are the answers waiting inside that ring. If Ryan Garcia is the polished superstar, the Instagram darling, the picture-perfect boxer built for the spotlight, then Rolando Rolly Romero is his complete opposite. Awkward, loud, unorthodox, and dangerously unpredictable. Rolly Romero is not here to look pretty. He's here to ruin your night. Let's get one thing clear. Rolly Romero is not your textbook fighter. In fact, if you showed his tape to a boxing trainer who didn't know him, they'd probably laugh. Wide punches, off-balance footwork, crazy angles, hands down by his waist, a style that looks sloppy, messy, borderline reckless. And yet somehow, it works. Because Rolly's entire game is built around confusion. He throws punches from places you're not supposed to throw punches from. He moves like he's breaking every rule in the boxing manual. And in that chaos is danger. Because when Rolly lands clean, people go to sleep. Make no mistake, Rolly Romero is one of the hardest punchers in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions. His right hand is a missile. His left hook is a hammer. And the scariest part, he throws them without warning, without rhythm, without pattern. He dropped Anthony Yeaget. He stunned Gervonta Davis, and he absolutely flatlined Ismael Barroso to win the WBA super lightweight title, a fight he was losing badly until one moment flipped everything upside down. That's Rolly's superpower. He only needs one moment. Look, and for all his power, Rolly Romero is far from perfect. His defense, leaky, his footwork, questionable, his boxing IQ, wildly debated. We've seen him struggle when opponents stay composed. Gervonta Davis timed him beautifully with a walk-off knockout after letting Rolly run straight into a counter. Even Ismael Barroso, a 40-year-old veteran, was outboxing Rolly for most of their fight before Rolly's power bailed him out. But that's exactly what makes him so terrifying for Ryan Garcia, because Rolly doesn't care if he's losing rounds, and he doesn't care if he's down on the cards. All he's hunting for is that one mistake, that one exchange, that one moment where his fist lands clean, and your night ends in disaster. And if there's one thing Rolly loves more than anything else, it's fighting a guy like Ryan Garcia. Fast, emotional, explosive, and sometimes reckless. That's the perfect recipe for Rolly Romero's madness. This isn't just a boxer versus a puncher. This is chaos versus composure. And the question hanging over this fight like a storm cloud is simple. Can Ryan Garcia stay perfect for every second of every round? Or will Rolly Romero drag him into the deep, dark, ugly world of street fight boxing, where all that speed means nothing, and all it takes is one shot? This is where things get spooky. Because on paper, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero looks like a classic speed versus power matchup. The slick boxer versus the wild brawler, the sharpshooter versus the wrecking ball. But boxing is never that simple. Let's break down exactly how this chaos could explode inside the ring. In Ryan Garcia's dream scenario, this fight is clean. It's sharp, it's surgical. Ryan stays on the outside, popping that laser jab, controlling range, stinging Rolly with straight shots down the middle before that thunderous left hook comes crashing like a guillotine. Rolly's wide punches, Ryan sees them coming from a mile away. His awkward footwork, Ryan picks him apart for fun, because in a technical fight where timing, speed, and precision rule the night, Ryan Garcia looks levels above. Rolly doesn't move his head, his defense is open, and Ryan's hand speed is the exact weapon built to punish that. If Ryan stays disciplined, if he sticks to the game plan, and if he doesn't get greedy, this could look like a masterclass, a shutout, or even a brutal highlight reel knockout from the speed demon. But that's if Ryan plays it smart, and history tells us that's a very big if. So who wins? Does Ryan Garcia deliver the statement performance of his life and remind the world why he's a superstar in waiting? Or does Rolly Romero drag him into deep waters and drown him in madness? One thing's for sure, this fight will not go the distance. Somebody's getting knocked out. But the real question is, whose nightmare is it gonna be? Drop your prediction in the comments, because this one's gonna be wild.